It might look small in the background behind me, but I promise you, this is such a large Lego set. Today we're going to be reviewing the brand new Ninjago Tournament Temple City, which is released on June 1st for $250 here in the US and in Europe. So if you want to take a full breakdown of this massive Lego set, even though it looks pretty small, stick around. This should be a pretty fun video. To put it in perspective, this brand new bookcase is massive, and unfortunately, no, there will not be Lego on it. Just for this temporary video, I thought I'd showcase the brand new Tournament Temple City from Ninjago on it. And I am safe to say it looks so much smaller in pictures and videos than what this set is. So I'm gonna go ahead and move it to a different table and we can take a closer look at this beautiful temple.
You are going to get 13 pretty fantastic Ninjago minifigures. Starting from left to right, we do get Lloyd in his new green ninja suit. You get Cole in his blacked out earth kind of suit. You get Zane decked out in his ice and white. Nia with her trident weapon. I thought that was a great touch. We also have Aaron in his orange and yellow. Wildfire, who is only attainable in this and one other set from the new wave. You do get Lord Raz, who I think has some of the coolest printing on top of his face, as well as his torso. You do get Jordana, who has a very nice sword. It has like blood on top of it. Thought it was a very interesting one. We get Bleckett, who seems to be a fisherman. A pretty sought after minifig in this case is Mr. Pale, who is an element of a master. We get a temple guard decked out in the gold, a blacksmith, and the last minifig all the way on the right would be Robbie. We will also be getting a dragon. In this case, I believe this one belongs to Wildfire, as it is decked out in kind of her colorway. Now, this is a pretty small dragon and pretty less extravagant to some of the other ones, like the Source Dragon that we've built, but it's a nice little touch inside of the set. And one other miscellaneous item inside is this like hot air type balloon. It's pretty standard, not made of a ton of cool pieces, but overall you can put a couple minifigs and kind of fly it around as maybe like a battle scene with Aaron attached to it. Let's take an overlook of our massive Tournament Temple City. This is an entire build designated to a temple with buildings on top of the rock structure and just like built-in waterway systems. It is truly an incredible build. I love all the details, and I think some of the rock work is my favorite part. You got a little bridge in there. You got a little temple entrance, which is actually going to be attachable to one of the previous Lego Ninjago sets, which we'll see in just a moment. This is probably the least interesting part, in my opinion, of these builds. I don't like the dollhouse style, and this build in particular is like 100% complete dollhouse style. And if you don't know what that means, it essentially means that the back is 100% open, meaning not four walls. And I'm a big four-wall fan. So for this temple to have no walls on the outside, I don't know, it just feels like it's a miss on the detail. We have a nice little podium with a pretty interesting garment. On the next floor, it looks like we have one of the ninja studios. We got two beds in there that you can just lay the ninja on the ground. Like I said, the dollhouse style really does lack detail. We got that little like dodging weapon there, and then kind of like a punching bag that the ninja can train on. And then the top floor has two sticker pieces that are honestly pretty cool. Wish they were printed. And then a little telephone booth, a little old school style. Again, when we get to start seeing these open backs, the detail seems to be lacking. And that's probably one of the biggest drawbacks, in my opinion, of this set. Now, if we go to the front of it, check out that dragon head on top. Wow, that is absolutely impressive. Look at that. That is awesome to see on top of the temple. Check out the blacksmith water wheel. That is pretty cool. This was actually one of my favorite parts of the build. It's super detailed. Has a bunch of stuff for a blacksmith inside of it, and is pretty native to Cole and Nia's upbringing. Inside the temple underground, there's a nice little tribute to miscellaneous different Ninjago seasons, and it's pretty cool to see that they offered so much detail inside of this, and it's actually on both sides. That's something I like when Lego builds, is these like rock structures. They offer details so much around it. Like, look at the rock structure around it. It just has such a cool feel and vibe to it, kind of like a whole entire cave system. And the fact that Lego was able to like encompass so many details below is a nice little feature. It does have a couple of hidden features, like on the one side of the blacksmith, you have basically a trap door that kind of slides in and open. You can get a minifig from that underground section. And then over here on the far left, on the other side of the bridge, You got a weapon hidden behind this like rock structure that just kind of clamps in. Not too sure the whole entire structurability of that, but I guess it works to have one hidden weapon. I wonder what that boulder's just sitting up there for. Well, I guess if we knock it, well, almost. A little bit of some girth. Check that out. It'll roll right down and on a bridge that is slanted pretty heavily. What a nice touch. I really love the bridge design on this. Building it at such a high angle, it feels like almost like 45 degrees, was something just different. And that like boulder piece will just like roll right down it. And maybe to take out an enemy or a foe, whoever's battling on down there. But once we get down the bridge, we have a little section that is actually kind of movable, right? We have this bin on top of a pulley system that is kind of like doing some work. But one thing I did like about this set is the dock and that little pulley system are removable. And you might be asking, well, why? Well, that brings us into a set we already took a look at, and it is one of the battle arenas that Ninjago just released. But I'm not sure if you recall, but this set was pretty cool in the sense that you can remove some of these sections, like that whole barrel area and the temple, and then we can go ahead and add them into our brand new temple guard or temple city. So this is a pretty cool feature. You could just make your city even one step bigger by adding these two pieces. So now if you're leaving our Ninjago temple city, you can enter into the battle arena where you have another Stone Woo temple. But I often do really love when LEGO encompasses these features, when you can add sets and make them even larger than what they are. We saw that with the LEGO Star Wars New for June wave release, and I think it's a great feature, and hopefully they continue to do stuff like that in the future.
So now that we've taken some details and a full look at this massive new Ninjago set for June 1st, I wanted to just talk about, the price point and how well I was excited for this set. First of all, I am going to say I was a little bit disappointed as the set felt a little bit weak for $250. I just felt like we were supposed to be getting another Ninjago modular, which for me is on a pedestal at almost at like a 10 out of 10. If you make a Ninjago temple and put it into basically a modular style build, it almost gets me a 10 out of 10 build and just simply filling in the details from there. But for this one, it just feels like more of a play scale LEGO set. And for a play scale LEGO set, $250 seems pretty steep. And that's kind of my thoughts and opinions around that one. And partially because of that is the whole entirety of the open back. That screams play scale in my opinion, because it's harder to display sets like this. But don't get me wrong, from a bird's eye view, this set is still absolutely gorgeous. I 100% enjoyed building it. I loved all of the minifigures and some of the key features that were inside of it. And overall, is still a solid set. Now, I'm still going to give it a little bit lower of a ranking at a 6.8 out of 10, simply because of that whole back style build and just, having the higher retail price point. But I would love to see what you guys think in the comments below. And if you plan on picking this one up on June 1st, at the midnight release of this, as it releases here in North America, as well as Europe and even Asia. So let me know what you guys think. Happy Ninjago and happy June 1st if we don't talk before then. And hope you guys enjoy all the other Ninjago sets that are releasing, because truly it was a fantastic Ninjago wave. I think my favorite set of all of them has to be that Source Dragon. It was absolutely incredible. But if I forgot to mention, this set was sent over by the LEGO Group for a review as part of the RLFM program. So huge thank you to LEGO for gifting us this set for review. I'm so happy we got to build it live on the channel and finally give our final opinion of this LEGO set with all of its mighty and all of its details. Anyways, that's going to wrap up today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching. If you love reviews, LEGO videos, LEGO deals, and sales, you probably found the right channel, so make sure to hit that subscribe button as we make our journey to 100,000 subscribers. That's going to wrap it up. Love you guys. Hope you have an amazing rest of the day. I'm Chris from Stud City. See you in the next one. Peace out.